Alright, Spider-Man Team Up 119. Spider-Man teaming up with Etrigan the Demon from the Defenders. An issue like this is the sort of Spider-Man team up that I can see some readers not being enthusiastic about. They want Spider-Man and Thor, or Spider-Man and Iron Man. But for me, some of the best Spider-Man team-ups were the ones where it got to shine a light on a character that you don't see that much of outside of whatever book they belong to. Seeing Etrigan away from the Defenders, it's nice. And this is a really good character that I think this is doing a service to by introducing him to new readers. This is written by, the writer of this is DeMatteis, who was also writing Defenders, and it continues on from a Defenders issue. Spider-Man and Etrigan in Defenders 109, which I reviewed yesterday. Spider-Man took his leave to clear his head by swinging around the city, and Etrigan asked if he could tag along with them. And that is what we are seeing here. It is a nice, unusual combination of characters. Spider-Man is a character we all like. He is a lovely boy with webs. And Etrigan is an endearing character too. We get a very truncated version of his origin here. The premise with Etrigan is that he is an elderly man, kind-hearted and sweet, trapped in this ugly demon body. It's fun because he is a character and a voice somewhat unique. How many comics have a starring character who fought in the First World War? Etrigan was introduced in... here's the debate. Everyone says Defenders 94. They say that is his first appearance. The Andy books, Wikipedia, the appendix to the Marvel Universe, the Marvel Fandom Wiki. Everywhere it says Defenders 94, with none of the acknowledgement that it is actually Defenders 93. I understand if you were to say Defenders 94 was his first full appearance, but nowhere actually points out that in Defenders 93, the shadowed figure that we see attack the cat is Etrigan the Demon. The next issue confirms it, when we first get our look at Etrigan the Demon and the aftermath of that attack. If my channel accomplishes one thing, I want someone somewhere to start editing all these things saying Etrigan the Demon first appeared in Defenders 94, to point out he actually first appeared in Defenders 93, parentheses, in shadow. Spider-Man and Etrigan, they foil a bog standard Muggin. And I love this. I love Etrigan. He is a wonderfully weird character and so much fun. The way he relates to and talks to the pensioner that was being attacked, it's so charming and fun. Believe it or not, that is it. The team up is over. We have a somewhat subversive issue here. We have two plots going on. First is Etrigan spending some time with the old woman they saved. And she looks a lot like Mrs. Muggins, doesn't she? Spider-Man's landlady. Just a coincidence. Our other storyline involves Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and his Aunt Tomei. This is a very special episode about the elderly. Aunt Tomei's boy toy, Nathan Lubunsky, has done a runner. He's gone missing and left Aunt Tomei heartbroken. Which isn't that hard to do because her heart is always broken. Every other issue she's having a heart attack or passing out. This next set of pages is loose at the top staple, and I hate when that happens. Etrigan the Demon, we will talk about him some more. His origin is that he made an evil demonic pact to return prosperity to his town. The thing is, at its core, he made this evil deal for the betterment of others. He didn't want the people in the town to suffer from destitution and poverty. He was cursed and trapped in this immortal evil demon body. The town he tried to save didn't fare much better either. Beyond how he became Etrigan the Demon, he has quite a detailed backstory and origin. This is courtesy of him having a mini-series in the 80s. An interesting curiosity for fans of the character. It's not essential, but it gives the character a lot of history and relationships that you usually don't have such detail for with a supporting player like him. The story isn't great, but I like fleshing out his past the way that one does. And this is a truly nice issue with some great Etrigan the Demon shit. He takes this old lady and her daughter for a flight. And yeah, on this loose page, he is showing them all the wonders of New York from a new perspective. The Spider-Man parts are less eventful or interesting. He finds Nathan being abused by the same muggers as earlier. And it is Aunt Tomei who saves the day. There's a lot more to this issue than just things happening. I see a lot of people criticise comic book content on YouTube for not discussing themes or ideas. And there is themes in this. But I think when you start talking about what something means, or even the subtext sometimes, it's doing the disservice of spelling it out for a reader. Someone should read this and confront those themes on their own accord. They shouldn't go into this knowing that this is talking about aging and saying goodbye. Old lady dies in her bed after Etrigan allowed one final look at the world and its wonder. It is touching, and I'm afraid I have ruined the story by even looking at it. It relies on you not knowing or expecting what we are seeing. You go in thinking that it's going to be a standard team-up between Spider-Man and Etrigan the Demon from the Defenders. But it's not. The ending is Spider-Man and Etrigan bumping into each other again and reflecting on their non-adventures that share the same themes. To now inappropriately finish off talking about Etrigan the Demon, he joined the Defenders at the end of Defenders 94. From there, he stayed with the team all the way through the new Defenders revamp and to its grisly end with issue 152. The hapless writer Peter Gilbert killed them and most of the team off. While he was restored to life a year or two later, Etrigan the Demon never recovered his place as a star. Whenever it came to Defenders, he and his history with the team would be neglected and ignored. To me, Etrigan is as vital to the Defenders as the Cat or even Batman, but very few people writing the stories seem to think so. As for this, Jim DeMatteis considers this the best Defenders story he ever wrote, which is a bit weird because it isn't in Defenders. This issue was also overlooked and not included in the Defenders Epic collections. Another massive loss. If this story about Etrigan the Demon isn't relevant to Defenders, I don't know what is. This rates at 7 decades of aged thumbs on the opinion gauge.